But even then, even after, like sometimes you say, okay, this we already found the source. This is where we came from. Even then, neither of us, I'm not saying Malaysians or I'm not saying Singaporeans, could be neither or either of us are actually happy with the result. Like for example, like let's say we say, okay, this thing came from Malaysia. Like let's say it's already set in stone already. This thing came from Malaysia. Why do Singaporeans have the need to fight back?
I am Daddy Vibes.
I am Baby Q.
And we are
Cookie Max.
Second lah.
Oh, you go to future already, huh?
Then he, abang. Then I said, bro. I said, that's the 10, bro. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You are now tuning to the number one
Bedtime podcast in your hearts. What's up? How's everyone feeling today? And how are you feeling today? More importantly, Daddy Vibes.
Thank you. I'm doing fine. What about yourself?
Okay, a bit low on energy, but no worries. Since we are starting this, my energy is gonna go up and
to the
up
roof
and up through the roof.
To the window.
To the wall.
I shall not continue.
Yes. That's it. Only two phrases. Okay. So we are back once again to a brand new episode. And today we are going to touch
1:3.
Yes.
1:3.2. 1:3.3.
3.4.
Now is?
Last I checked was 3.3 lah. That was last week. Now maybe my increase. I think from this you guys may already know what we are going to touch on. We are going to actually talk about the similarities and differences.
1:3.3.16.
Long yeah. We are going to touch a bit. Touch quite a lot. Not touching. Touch a bit on the similarities and the differences between Malaysia and Singapore. Yes, the age-old debate. Okay. Why? Actually, why we suddenly decided to...
TikTok have been blowing up with the food videos claiming who
invented what, who invented when did it come, and all those things. So we got a bit interested in the topic because even us as Singaporeans, we have always felt the need for some reason, we have felt the need to claim things, especially between Singaporeans and Malaysians. We have felt the desire to claim certain things for ourselves, like we came
highest paid politician.
Yes, that kind of thing.
Most corrupted country.
Yes, that. So that is why we have decided to go a little bit on this.
But Fakafa's YouTube special. Finally, we have one. Finally, Singapore have one corrupted politician.
Oh, yeah. Bro, but even then it wasn't that it's a vast difference between corruption elsewhere and corruption in Singapore. So yes. But are we gonna touch on that?
No lah.
No, we are not. We have other better things to do in life
talk about
and to talk about. Yes.
So
first and foremost,
okay. So Singapore and Malaysia they are siblings So siblings, right? They naturally fight Naturally
Yes.
But they still love each other.
Correct.
At times they don't want to see each other.
Correct. Merajuk.
But how also they still connected via the causeway.
Yeah.
Got two causeways somehow.
Yes.
Second link.
Yes.
Woodlands.
Not just that, connected. Not just that, connected with each other for
the roots.
That, and also for various other reasons. Let it be maybe for water. Like for us, we take water. Sorry, we buy water from Malaysia, right?
And resell that.
Yes.
Back to them.
Yes, correct. So that also
is an issue.
Yeah. That is also an issue. Like I have seen Facebook posts and comments and Instagram posts and comments of Malaysians are saying, you buy water from
the
us.
treaty is very old.
Yeah. How
and inflation.
When was it? Any idea?
Can Google
Maybe if I'm not wrong, in the 50s, somewhere around there. If I'm not wrong Yeah. So So
Mm.
since while Daddy is googling it, I shall touch a bit on it. So
Okay,
since
1962
oh
Water
1962.
Agreement
Okay, water agreement.
allows Singapore to draw up to 250 million gallons of water daily from the Johor River, and return. Singapore provides treated water to Johor, which expires in 2061.
Yes. So that also was an issue quite recently, maybe about last year, somewhere around last year, if I'm not wrong. This issue also popped up again.
Ongoing, forever.
Yeah, it will always be like that. But I know it is politics, but I think this is the kind of politics that common folks can sort of understand.
You say another podcast, is it? Oh, no.
No. Is there another podcast? Okay.
The common folks.
Oh, I have no idea.
Hi guys.
Yeah, I don't know. This is the first time hearing about y'all, but yes, hi. Okay, so this is a kind of like a mild politic topic that we can touch on a bit lah, without getting too serious, because we are not a serious podcast. We want to keep things light-hearted and not make people feel light-headed. Two different things.
But we can be serious at times.
We can be serious at times. Like, see my face now?
You cannot straight say we're not serious podcast.
Yes. We are chill. We want to chill.
But you must take us seriously. Comment, like, subscribe.
Yes, take this seriously.
Subscribe.
Take this seriously.
Repost, reshare, relike, rewatch.
Learn,
unlearn, relearn. Everything. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Backstory. Singapore was part of Malaya. Okay. And there are two versions of this story lah. When they separated, Singapore claimed that Lee Kuan Yew want to get out of Malaya.
Okay.
Whereas Malaysia, they have another version lah, which you guys can Google yourself lah. I don't want to say because we Singapore-based podcast, right?
Okay.
We don't want to say the wrong thing then for nothing.
Yeah, correct. But then again, the Malaysia version, I don't know lah.
So later you can Google.
Okay. You cannot don't even just a little bit brief on. Okay lah.
Because it can cause
rifts between
disparity.
People. Okay.
Despair.
Sure.
Repair. Okay, so okay, we talk on about our version lah. Lee Kuan Yew want to get out of Singapore, want to grow the nation. Yeah, but then no matter what, right? A lot of people, their families are still in Malaysia.
You're talking about Singaporeans lah.
In general. Yeah. And a lot of Malaysians, their families are based in Singapore. Vice versa lah.
Like same lah. I'm sure you have relatives in Malaysia. I have relatives in Malaysia as well.
Oh, have
Yeah, I have. So, yeah lah, it's like that lah.
It's like that lah.
Yes, it's like that lah.
So, like the rivalry has always been there lah. Even until like soccer. You know, in the 90s, I recall the Malaysia Cup days. Okay, I'm not going to be an uncle and talk about Malaysia Cup. Boy, last time Malaysia Cup, Mr. Fandi Ahmad. Okay, enough.
Old story already lah. Very boring already.
We know. Yes. We know 1994 Singapore won. We know. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so the rivalry is there. Always and forever. And until we die, there's still going to be rivalry. Further adding fuel to the fire, like there are certain food that is actually in the... Okay, fun fact, I don't know whether you know, but like this part of Southeast Asia, you know the one that looks like a chili? The last point is Singapore, right?
Yeah.
So Singapore end up, right? Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines, Laos, blah blah blah. That one is called the Malay Archipelago.
Yes.
Okay, so we actually, like, even for the non-Malay speaking countries, they actually share some common words.
I think you're touching a bit on Indonesia and Philippines as well.
Yes,
because from what I know, a lot of Philippines words has very
Malay
similar.
centric.
Yes, correct. Very similar sounding. This one to the Malay language.
One example cupboard. Malay say almari. They also say almari.
Do you know that Tamil also say almari?
I didn't know.
Do you know the almari word actually derived from Sanskrit, from Tamil,
Really?
Tamil, yeah. So okay, from what I know, a lot of Malay words, the Malay language, a lot of Malay words have actually derived from other languages.
Yeah.
So like for example, I would say almari. Tamil also is cupboard is almari also.
Correct.
What else? What else we have?
Okay, while thinking like the old Malays were predominantly Hindus last time. They actually very the closest you can still see nowadays is like in Bali like that.
Yes.
They are Malay lah, so called lah.
Yes.
Malay is just a term because it's like there are like hundreds of ethnicities inside of Southeast Asia. Like the Malay itself got Javanese lah, got what? Okay, I cannot think now. Okay, got Javanese, got Boyanese,
Balinese,
got Balinese, got Sundanese. So like this Angmo, right, when they came to do their British settlement, they just term everyone as Malay. So it's just a word that was actually during the British rule lah. To classify the Malay species.
Malay species,
the Malay race lah.
Okay.
So it's actually a fairly new race. It's just like how you classify any other fuck thing is others.
Yeah. So is it like similar concept to say that okay, Chinese under Chinese you have
no, Taoist is
no, as in like
Hokkien, Teochew.
It's like that lah. The dialect. So similar like that is also for like Malays.
But that one is dialect. This one is ethnicity. It's a race by itself. So like Tamil also, like Indian also have, right, their own.
Indian one is more towards like the social classification, the sect lah, like Brahmins, the Dalits, that kind of thing. So that one is more like the caste.
My favorite is the last one, the P.
Why cannot? It is a word. Why cannot say the word? It is an English word.
It's not a nice word lah.
It is not a nice word, but that is what they used to call lah. Yeah. So yes. So that one is under the like what you said. The Malay one is under what ethnicity. Then the Chinese one we say is under what dialect. Tamil one you will consider it under caste. Caste system. So it's like one umbrella and different sub umbrellas, that kind of thing.
Okay, there's this bird species. It's called Brahmani kite.
Never hear before. What's that?
I'm telling you.
As in from where?
Fun fact.
Yeah, no, as in
it's a bird species.
Oh, it's a bird? Or actual bird species?
Brahmin.
Yes. Oh, I thought it was a different
me of a bird species. Google lah.
Yes.
How the bird look like. Okay, anyway, back to the Malaysia Singapore story lah. Like there's a lot of arguments like who started what.
Yes.
Who originated what.
Correct.
Culture wise, both of us, both Singapore, Malaysia, and in fact I need to plus like Indonesia, we actually share common food.
Yeah.
Like only how it's done is a bit
is the variation of that food that how to say, everywhere you go your food, not just food like anything else will be changed, will evolve according to that particular areas, the particular states or countries palate, from what I feel.
Correct.
Which is okay. But what the okay, one very important question I wanted to ask you is, why is there a need for any of us to actually
flex
not say flex to claim? Like why is it because what? Is it because your identity is threatened?
Don't know.
Is that the reason? Or is it because you just want to feel like superior to the other person? Or is it like, you don't want to, how to say, feel lesser than the other than the other person? Is it like why is there a need? Like why can't it just be shared? Or is it because, from what I know, some people, they just want to get their facts straight. They just want to get it imprinted in stone, saying that this is where it came from and that's it. We don't have to argue anymore, since we already found the source of where this thing that like for example food, where did this food come from? Okay, so we go all the way back to the very beginning, or at least as far as we can go to find the source of it. But even then, even after, like, sometimes, you say, okay, this we already found the source. This is where we came from. Even then, neither of us, I'm not saying Malaysians or I'm not saying Singaporeans, could be neither or either of us are actually happy with the result. Like, for example, like, let's say we say, okay, this thing came from Malaysia. Like, let's say it's already set in stone already. This thing came from Malaysia. Why do Singaporeans have the need to fight back? You get what I mean?
Yeah. The thing, I don't know lah. To me, it doesn't affect any bearing.
Correct.
It doesn't make any bearing. Okay, maybe it can actually help businesses. Like example lah, the original char kway teow. Example, the original example lah. Let's come up with something that don't exist. The original crunchy nasi goreng ikan bilis. So if I claim I'm the original, then people will come because come to the original. I sell the original, whereas you sell the same thing, but you're not the original.
Yeah, correct. But since you're already original, since you're already original already, that means you were the founder, you were the creator of the dish, right? So that means no fight already, correct or not? Like, because, for example, we have like this thing, Penang char kway teow. So Penang char kway teow is, we cannot fight already. Singaporeans cannot fight already. You cannot say, hey, Penang char kway teow came from Singapore. No such thing. It's bullshit.
Okay,
correct. So same thing lah. So if you're going to say kranji, what, nasi padang?
Nasi goreng ikan bilis.
Kranji nasi goreng ikan bilis. So is the answer is already in the name. Kranji nasi goreng ikan bilis.
Okay, yes. But then, like, example like if you go to a hawker center, everybody claim that they are the original Shenton way mee goreng, bro. That who can dispute that claim? Okay, like, and some more right now the generation is maybe now is the grandson already. So example, no, my grandfather is the original Shenton way mee goreng. They say no. According to my family records, my grandfather is the original. But okay, this one we're talking about the same turf lah.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about different countries, maybe it's that way lah. Also.
Yeah. I feel like
they should rename every fuck thing Malaya nasi goreng.
So all under one branch lah, no need to fight already lah. But yeah, even then we will fight lah. Not say we lah. Even then all of us will fight lah. The thing is, I feel like we are so afraid of losing that particular identity that we put our lives on the line to like claim it, which is a bit annoying at times lah. Like, for me, I feel like just enjoy what it is lah. But then again, at the same time, it is important to know where things originate from.
Okay.
Just to keep it like a history lah. History is like that.
One thing for sure, nasi padang don't come from Singapore or don't even come from Malaysia.
So where does it
come from? Padang, Indonesia. Padang is a place. It's a name of a place, like Orchard, like that.
That is believable.
So nasi Padang, so the rice from Padang.
So that's a fact lah.
It is.
That's a fact. Okay, this one, this is a new fact I'm learning. But even before you said this, all this while I always felt that nasi Padang was more towards the Indonesia side. Because if you see, if those who have visited Indonesia and stuff, like, no need to go so far like Batam, Bintan, wherever lah. Okay, you go and eat their nasi Padang, you can see that it is a big difference from the nasi Padang sold both in Malaysia and Singapore.
Okay, the one that you saw is nasi Minang, is another variation.
What's the difference?
Okay, so the one you are saying, right, is you come sit down then they put all the dish, right?
Yes.
Okay, that one called Minang. Okay, Minang is, like I say, another ethnicity lah, another sect, another ethnicity. So you have the Minang people, then you have the like Sundanese people, what people like that lah. So that one is another one.
Okay.
So in Singapore, right, is the clans version. So every fuck thing is nasi Padang. Okay, there are like certain, if we want to dive a bit more, there are different rice. I don't know if you hear before, they got nasi sambal goreng. That one is also part of nasi Padang. But what they put inside that dish makes it nasi sambal goreng.
It's a sambal goreng.
Nasi sambal goreng. Then we have the bergedil.
Yes.
Okay. Then have nasi jengganan. I don't think you got hear before, but like Geylang all got sell. Then got, the buah keluak. So that one they make a black sauce, black gravy. They pour on the rice. That one is called nasi kangkang. no, 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 I trying to recall. Nasi. Wow, fuck. Just now was here. Then it's gone.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
nasi
many
ambeng?
nasi ambeng also another one.
Is that also from Indonesia?
Yeah.
Okay. So all this, whatever nasi this, nasi that, nasi this, is all actually mainly originated from Indonesia.
And I kid you not, I prefer the palate, the taste of Singapore Malay food. Because we are in the middle of Malaysia and Indonesia.
Yes.
And we borrow from here, we borrow from there.
Yes.
So that makes it more authentic. Okay, I give you an example. Indonesia, if you notice, right, just now the nasi minang, their kuah, their gravy, all is actually very thin.
Watery lah.
Yes.
It's watery kind, yes.
But you come to Singapore,
it's thick.
Lemak cili padi all thick. So the thick one, they take from Malaysia. But the recipe, they take from Indonesia.
So fusion lah.
Yes.
Can say it's fusion lah. Okay.
So, and funny thing, it's very hard to find nasi padang in Malaysia. Okay, example, you go JB lah. You go like say Banafe.
I don't know. The one of the few nasi I know is nasi kanda.
So Malaysia have their own nasi kanda. Which lately Singapore a lot of places propping up lah nasi kanda.
Yes.
And no, we don't claim that it's ours lah. We know it's theirs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing lah. Like the claiming part is okay, but the constant bickering and fighting over it is the one that is the
Honestly,
most.
I don't care lah.
Yeah,
as
correct.
long as
I don't
the
care.
food is good.
Yes, correct. Like what you just said, you prefer the Malay cuisine in Singapore, right? Just like you, same thing. I also prefer the Malay cuisine in Singapore. Not saying that it's not
No right,
nice
no
in
wrong,
it's not saying it's not nice in Indonesia or Malaysia. They are nice. It's just that because we grew up eating this food since we were here.
Correct.
Since we were here. So for us, it's like our taste buds, our palate has already like got accustomed to the taste that we find it difficult for ourselves to accept the
Not say we never accept lah. We prefer lah.
yeah lah. I said
Preference
yeah,
lah.
correct. Like the taste profile from elsewhere is not up to our preference.
Liking.
Yes, not our preference, not our liking.
So okay, the one with the black sauce is called nasi rawon.
Rawon.
RAWON. The Malay in Singapore called rawan.
Yeah.
You ever heard of
Yes,
that?
yes. Nasi rawon I got here before. Nasi rawon also recently only I heard because of some YouTube food video. So I was wondering, is it the same thing or different?
Same.
It's the same thing.
So the kuah is the same like the buah keluak lah. Nutmeg
Okay.
Buah keluak. I don't know lah. Something like that lah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
like that lah. The food portion, we will bring it to the next part lah.
Yes.
But yeah lah, I just want to say the rivalry is very strong.
Very, very strong.
Like, okay, but
we are passionate. That's the thing. When it comes to food, one thing that I would like to comment Malaysians and Singaporeans are that we are very, very passionate about our food.
Yeah.
Okay, so which is not wrong. But how passionate you are is one thing, and how obsessed you are is a different thing.
Okay, but one thing Singapore can claim Singapore can claim that the education the ministers from Malaysia get is from Singapore.
Yes.
So YB Syed Saddiq, one of the ministers, used to be the youth. I don't know if he's
Minister for Youth.
Okay. Syed Saddiq was he studied in Singapore.
Okay.
Then Mahathir Mohamad Tun M, he also studied in Singapore.
So that means you are saying that cannot fight lah. Cannot fight because even Malaysian politicians, their education is Singapore.
Yeah, and our roots, right? Like especially with Johor Bahru, with the if you go back in time, like the you know the Teluk Blangah area, the outside Vivo City. That one all is the Johor.
If I'm not wrong, one of the mosques there is also owned by the Johor Prince or Sultan or King or something like that, right? Yeah.
So yeah, it's and you know our baju kurung. You know there's the button up and then there's the little collar, right? Okay, that one is called baju kurung.
Okay.
But you see before the round one, then just one button in the middle. That one without collar.
That is what I wore for Raya last year.
That one is called baju kurung Teluk Belanga.
Oh,
Even in Malaysia, that one is known as that Teluk Belanga. But we never claim.
doesn't
never claim.
doesn't matter the design on the
No.
baju lah. It's just as
collar.
long as the collar with one button. It's
the collar, it's a rounded collar.
Yeah. Basically, it's like
t-shirt.
T-shirt. Okay.
The t-shirt with a button, that one is called Teluk Belanga. But if the one with the mini collar, that one is called baju kurung lah. So yeah lah. So that one was the history of it is the people of Teluk Belanga use that kind of style in the past. So that one got emulated elsewhere. So wanna wear like Teluk Belanga style. So like,
this one also they cannot fight lah.
How to fight? Already for 100 of years.
Okay.
Yeah, but we don't claim Teluk Belanga Singapore, never lah.
Yeah lah.
You don't bastard nothing like that. We know Teluk Belanga is here lah.
Singapore, yes. But how sure are we that got no Teluk Belanga in Malaysia? Sekali have
not
because
that I heard.
Okay, what's the actual meaning for Teluk Belanga? Is there any Teluk means what?
Teluk Bay. Bay.
Oh, Teluk means Bay, B-A-Y. Okay. Belanga?
Port, I think. If I'm not mistaken, it's something like a basin.
Okay. When you say port, I thought you were referring to P-O-R-T because you say bay, right? So I thought maybe that area was more towards like a trading area, trading settlement area or something like that. Okay.
So that area actually very colourful. Like even until today, it's a place where a port is there, right? Yeah. So like in the past also, if you know that area, like opposite is the Pulau Belakang Mati lah, Sentosa. But that area is all the sea area. So that's where like from Malaysia they interswitch. They come here. Then they naturally go Teluk Belanga lah.
Yeah, like in any case,
and their family all there.
Singapore, we used to be known as the fishing village, right? Yeah. So yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. There's this episode that yet to be released.
What?
The one about the old Singapore.
Oh.
Kampung Glam area.
Kampung Glam area. Yes.
That one's nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we have reached the end of part 1.
Bro.
Yeah. Legit lah.
I feel like a spoiled tape recorder every time I say this.
What?
You realize or not? I'll just make a quick one. Okay, guys. So for us, whenever we have a topic already in hand that we keep and we do our necessary research for that and all, right? We usually like go through it. We still have a lot of time. But for topics that we come up on the spot or just the night before or the day before, right? We always have difficulty trying to keep up with the time, trying to finish as much as we can about all the details that we have collected. And that also is like not like say like we have a lot of notes to go through. So it's like we always quite lately we have been finding a bit of a lack of time to dish out all the information that we have to you guys. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing. That means
it helps you to be disciplined and to be streamlined.
Yes.
But yeah lah. Sometimes always we talk lah.
Okay. I also wanted to touch a bit on the differences in lifestyle between Singapore and Malaysia. But we shall keep that for part 2. Till then, stay tuned. Cheers.
Was used by Lee Kuan Yew inside one of his famous speeches in City Hall. So that photo, right, has him with this mic. It's standing straight lah, this mic, with all the flags behind.
You say famous speech, so what famous speech?
I mean, all his speech used to be famous. I think if he can rise from the grave and he come and wake me.